Good morning, everyone. I want to welcome all of my friends that are watching this on Facebook or LinkedIn, or that are going to be watching this later on my YouTube channel. Especially want to welcome all of my students that are participating in this live Zoom broadcast. I want to remind you, if you haven't registered for boot camp yet, you need to do it. And you also need to get a number of your team members on it. You don't build a big business by yourself. Now, last night in boot camp, we walked everybody through the latest changes necessary to take that first step and create a profile. So if we have anybody here that's in boot camp and wants me to review your profile, please type it in the chat. Now, I have to tell you, and you're going to continue to hear me talk about this. LinkedIn has a number of new features, but there's one in particular that's blowing me away. And the more you get into it, the more it's going to blow you away too. Now, one of my favorite Tony Robbins quotes is, "The past does not equal the future. With consistent effort and persistence, you can do more business this year than you've ever done before when you tap into LinkedIn specifically. On LinkedIn, you'll set the foundation for increased growth, duplication, and momentum, because that's what it's all about. It's always going to be about duplication. Last night, we talked a little bit about the importance of posting as a form of communicating with people, building relationships with people. And we're going to get into that even more in the second session of boot camp that's going to take place on Tuesday, when we talk about connecting with people. Bruce Lee has dozens of motivational quotes that you could post and share with your prospects, with your team members, that will motivate them. This one: "I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times." Your one kick step to mastering every social network is my 4-step formula. Create a page. And for those of you that already have pages on Facebook, pages on LinkedIn, for those of you that have been on LinkedIn for years, you have hundreds, thousands of people that you've connected with. This also applies on Facebook. There are people you are already connected to that you're going to be able to restart conversations, and in many cases, bring those people into your business. If you're not on LinkedIn, you need to jump over there. And I have to keep checking, because we have a number of people in boot camp that just started, that are just in the early process of creating a page. And I promised, if they showed up, I would review where they are so far. Create that profile, then connect with people. Now, for those of you that are already on LinkedIn, the ability for you to reconnect with people and restart conversations continues to blow me away. At the end of the day, it's always going to be about communicating, talking to people. Now, there are lots of different ways to communicate. A like on somebody's post is a form of communication. A comment that's about something someone did, that's a form of communication. But the best and most effective way to communicate with people is a direct text message. And that's where my scripts will help you communicate with people the most effectively. You know, last year in October, November, and December, 1 year after the whole concept of Chat GPT was introduced, I suggested to the participants of my November and December boot camp, take Chat GPT, run some of my scripts through it, just to break it up a little bit. And by the end of December, we realized that Chat GPT had some flaws. See, the last thing a person should see when you send them a message is a question. Some of the things that they did were terrific. And they put the questions in, but then they followed the questions with 3 or 4 different lines of comment. So in January, we started the process of literally creating my own Chat GPT. And it's taken quite a bit of time. And what Max GPT is going to do is it's going to enable you to qualify your prospects. Now think about this. For 28 years, my scripts have served as your conversations. My scripts have served as, frankly, artificial intelligence. I'm telling you what to say to prospects so that will result in sales. Qualify the people that you're talking to and make sales. Effective engagement will be the key to your success. And how do we engage people? We engage people by posting. We're going to share with everybody a classic textbook example of one of my students that reached out to someone in November. She was a pharmacist. She'd been a pharmacist for over 30 years. And she connected with a colonel in the Air Force who was also a nurse. And in the first, 10 minutes of dialogue back and forth, she determined that he'd been in 5 network marketing companies. He got into them because he was looking to make some money on the side. Failed miserably and swore he would never do it again. 8 months later, he got into her business. Now you might think, oh my God, 8 months. But when you review the dialogues between the two, you're going to find that there was less than an hour, about 50 minutes worth of dialogue spread out over 8 months. Most of the communication was done by posting. So everybody that you connect with is like planting a seed. And when the person is ready, they will join your business. So when you hear stories of someone that say, I signed up 3 people in one day, it's not that they jumped up, sent messages to 3 people, and boom, they signed up in the business. There was a budding relationship going on. You make the connections. You start conversations, you qualify people, and when the conversation's slow or the prospect doesn't answer, you communicate with people via posting. And when they are ready, they will reappear. It's so simple, anyone can master this. Now, the new element that we're talking about, LinkedIn has added their own artificial intelligence systems inside LinkedIn. So now they'll help you with your profile. They will suggest ways to start conversations with people. And when you post, they're available to give you suggestions that will help build relationships. Now, today is National Deep Dish Pizza Day. And let me for those of you that are in boot camp, those of you that are students, we have a new training library where all of the programs that you've subscribed to are going to appear. When you go to April, you're going to have the recorded sessions of last month's boot camp. So you could actually get ahead. You're going to have the profile guide, the scripts book, and we're providing you with a calendar of holidays. Today is the Deep Dish Pizza Day. Next Thursday, National Pet Day. Next Friday, National Grilled Cheese Pizza. But we're also providing you with another website that has unbelievable numbers of unofficial holidays. Saturday is National Siamese Cat Day. Now, these are holidays that are celebrated all around the world, so you have to check the country. Sunday is National Beer Day. National Coffee Cake Day. National No Housework Day. There are over 50 unofficial holidays this month that you could use to start a conversation, to restart a conversation. All of the programs that you subscribed for will appear. So let me get back. So I went on LinkedIn. Actually, I think I did it on Wednesday. And I found the image that I wanted. And I wrote, if you're on a diet and love deep dish pizza, I thought you'd like to know that Friday is a National Deep Dish Pizza Day, in case you're looking for an excuse to go off your diet for the day. And then right with artificial intelligence popped up. So I gave it a shot, and this is what it came up with. If you're someone who loves deep dish pizza but is currently on a diet, I have some exciting news for you. Friday is National Deep Dish Pizza Day. So you now have the perfect excuse to indulge in your favorite food guilt-free. Take a break from your diet and treat yourself to a delicious slice or two or three of deep dish pizza to celebrate this special day. Don't miss out on an opportunity to enjoy one of the most iconic foods in America. Happy National Deep Dish Pizza Day. You got to love it. Now, there are new, easier ways to find perfect prospects on LinkedIn. And now we're pulling from a pool of 30 million, I'm sorry, 1,030 million people. But prospecting on LinkedIn has just been redefined. They've placed new, huge searching restrictions. Previously, you could do 300 profile searches for free and send out messages 300 characters long every month. And because of the onslaught of new profiles being added, bogus profiles, and people violating LinkedIn's terms of service, they've cut that back to 10. 10 profile searches a month if you're not a paying member. And they limit the message to 200 characters instead of 300. There are also vast new contacting rules and profile verification issues because LinkedIn is asking everybody to verify your profile. You do that by uploading a picture of your driver's license front and back or your passport to prove you are indeed the person behind the profile. And in Canada, there's a number of issues. So the game is changing. If you're going to want to use LinkedIn to its fullest capacity, you're going to want to subscribe to their advanced services. And now, if it was just about doing searches, if it was just about searches alone, you might hesitate to subscribe. I don't want to pay $60 a month for the low end. I don't want to pay $100 a month, or I don't want to pay $170 a month. And my friends, short-sighted. For those of you that are in boot camp, I asked everybody you could wait until Tuesday. They're going to offer you a 30-day free trial. You're going to want to subscribe to either Sales Navigator or Recruiter Lite. And there are pluses and minuses for each one. But in addition to be able to search, to be able to use artificial intelligence, their AI program, to write your description in the About Me section of your profile, to use it to contact prospects. It's worth every penny. And so you have to ask yourself this: is it worth $60 a month? Is it worth $100 a month? Is it worth $170 a month to add 2 people a week to your business? If you are serious about your business, it's a no-brainer. The answer is yes. But if you're going to spend that kind of money, you have to be active. You got 1,300,000,000 professionals on LinkedIn. They turned 21 this year. And millions of professionals are rushing to join every month. 4 new members every second, 2.4 million every week, 10 million plus every month. Every time you log in to search, every time, there are going to be new people. There are going to be people that weren't there before. LinkedIn's growing global membership, international. This is what you're dealing with. So when I come back, and I jump over to LinkedIn, and everything is changing. If I go over here to my network, and I look at my connections, and I go to filter it down, so in the search results, I got 10,000 people. Now, the 10,000 people that I'm connected with here, and by the way, screen images will change as LinkedIn is in the process of changing things. For some of you, first level, second level, third level. For some of you, first level is going to show up, second and third level is going to be below. LinkedIn is constantly rolling out new things. So here, these 10,000 people that I'm connected to all have connections. They connect me to 1.5 million people. These 1.5 million people connect me to 1 billion. You know, it's funny. This morning, it's 1,000,000,020 I'm sorry, 10 million. Yesterday we did it. It was 1,000,000,020. And on LinkedIn, you could communicate with people on 3 levels. You could also search for people by country, by state, by city. And it's easy to pick out people. Looking for opportunities. I have 2 million. Looking for salespeople. You have 52,500,000. Now let me clear this out, because these are the people that I'm connected to. So if I do a search for sales, now I got 54,800,000. If I'm looking for salespeople that also have training, skills, I got 7 million. Salespeople that have training and team building skills, I got 2,500,000 people. So on recruiting, and you got 559,000 people that have sales, training, team building, and recruiting skills. You could filter it down by country. Looking for an opportunity. You got 1,100 people that have all these skills that are looking for an opportunity. April has verified her profile. She's open for work. She just ended her job in February. Folks, if you can't find it in your budget, to spend $100 a month for leads on LinkedIn Sales Navigator, then you're not serious about building a business. It's that simple. Okay. $100 a month is nothing, providing you use it. If you're going to spend $100 a month and you're not going to do anything with it, then I don't know why you're here. All right. You've heard that expression, to spend money. I mean, to make money, you have to spend money. LinkedIn is an investment in the growth of your business. Period. End of story. End of story. I'm going to be sharing with everyone over the weekend and next week examples, case studies of people that are using LinkedIn to enroll people on a daily basis. In some cases, they're signing up 2 or 3 people in one day. Now, it doesn't look like I have anybody here that was in boot camp that has any questions. So if you haven't registered for boot camp yet, go to maxsteingart.com/bootcamp. Use the promo code best deal. It'll drop the price to $79. This boot camp has 5 sessions instead of the traditional 4. In our 5th session, the daily routine of top earners, how to take 10 important lessons from Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich and apply it to your business. The daily routine that will take you to the top of your business. Ray, that's on my list. Okay, it's on my list. You'll get it today. And how to develop the mindset of $1 million top earner. We have a session this afternoon at 1. Tomorrow we have a session at 11 East Coast time. Jump in. Watch me work with people. And for those who are participating in our 90-day bootcamp challenge, on Saturday, you'll have access to our mastermind session. I love success stories. So far, my big one for the year, but we're only in March. I'm sorry, we're only in April. I started working with Will Zanders in November of 2022. He was number 5 in his company. 6 months later, he was number 2. This year, he hit number 1. You're all heading down the same road. When you get into for those of you that are in boot camp, when you go to watch the first session, last night's session, we should have it up by Sunday. But you could watch last month's session. So all you have to do is click on the double arrow to play the videos. You want to bring up the PowerPoint? Click on that. Get on our Ask Max sessions. Now you can change your life in the next 90 days. For those of you that are participating in our 90-day boot camp challenge, you'll have access to our Saturday mastermind sessions. So until next time, I will be back. Best of luck in building your business and reach. You should be talking to people every day. Every day.